Hi, it's Kirsty from Financial Freedom for Gen X, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. It's been a while since I've posted a video because it's been Christmas and New Year's, and that's a really important time for me, especially, and Steve, to spend time with the family, sort of reflect at the end of 2024 and welcome in the new year, plot and plan 2025. And yeah, so hi and welcome to 2025. Steve can't be here today, he's at work, so he says hello from afar. Yeah, okay, so plans for 2025. Oh my gosh, what a huge year that we've got coming up for financial freedom. I want to say a special thank you to another kind donation coming into our GoFundMe. Very much appreciated. Like I have said many times, we are not expecting squillions. It's really hard financial times. If you can make a donation, we are so eternally grateful. If you cannot, just like and share, even if you just do that as a way in which to help, much appreciated. So thank you. Okay, so well, before I get into the plot and plan for 2025, I just wanted to quickly share with you a couple of conversations that I've had with people, like just friends and family, about what we're planning on doing with the Chateau. And because obviously it's something that's very exciting. So it's something that we want to talk about and we want people to get excited and share. Hence the whole purpose of doing these videos, is so that people can share our journey. You know, if we have some failures along the way, you know, that's just life. If we have some successes, then you can go, yay, cheer us on. But I think it's one of those moments that we find ourselves in such a unique position, because all of the responsibilities that we used to have with the business and all of those sort of things, but we don't have those anymore. The kids are adults, they've grown up, they've all partnered, they're working, they're, you know, really good, happy, healthy, living life and adulting well people. So yeah, we find ourselves in quite a unique position to be young enough to make the most of a rare opportunity that's come our way. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, so we share it with family and friends at events and say, okay, this is what we're doing. And they're like, oh my God, that is amazing. And then they're like, oh my God, I've got so many questions. And the main one is, oh, well, what's your budget? How much money are you going to put towards the renovations? You know, how are you going to do this? How are you going to do this? And it's like, well, these are all absolutely brilliant questions. And I think my answer at the moment will be, well, how long is a piece of string? Because we don't actually have the answers to those sort of things yet. Not a won't, but just yet. The main reason is because we haven't actually found the chateau yet. So we can't say, oh, it's, you know, Le Chateau de la Dard, because, well, we don't know where de la Dard is. We have to find it. So, you know, people say, well, how much are you going to put towards your budget? And it's like, well, it will depend on, we don't quite have a figure for that, because we haven't found the value of the property, because we haven't found the property yet. So the main thing we need to do, obviously, is get on a plane and go to France so that we can find one. You know, there are 45,000. That's an awful lot of chateaux in France. There are a lot of Australians and British people, a couple of Scots, I believe, obviously, that are doing the same journey that we are, where they have, you know, relocated to France. They have found a beautiful chateau. They've walked in and gone, this is it. We haven't found the one that's this is it, because we haven't actually gone and looked at them. Another question, would we consider buying one without simply using photographs or videos of perhaps a walkthrough of properties that are on the market? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You can't, I believe, you can't really know until you've actually walked through it. You get a feel for the space, you get a feel for, you can walk into a property and go, yeah, no, this isn't it. For anyone who's walked into either a rental property or even to go and buy a house, and you walk in and go, oh, no, it just doesn't feel right. I think it's going to be very much the same when it comes to a chateau. It's also an enormous investment. So no, it is not something that we would consider doing from videos or a walkthrough or a photographs online. So we can't put a budget on it because we haven't walked in, we haven't found the property, we don't know what state it's in, we don't know what the asking price is going to be. It may actually be a property that's, we walk in and go, hey, this is actually perfect. It's already, pretty much up and running. It just needs a little bit of love. Or we could walk in and go, oh my gosh, this is almost a derelict ruin. Am I looking at doing something like that? I think Steve and I have both said no. That's probably a little bit outside of timeline, financials, and so on and so forth when it comes to the actual what we're looking for. But again, we may walk into a property and go, no, this is it. We will, of course, document everyone that we go into so you can all be a part of the journey as well. So yeah, there's a lot of the questions we get like that. We will just have to let you know when we find it. So yeah, talking about part of the plan for this year is to do more research around France itself. We have had a look at, I'm not sure if you can kind of see it in the background. There's on my good old trusty whiteboard, the different areas of France, they're better suited to different things. So you'll see in the top where it says, are we looking at doing crops like wheat and barley? It's like, no, that's probably way outside of our knowledge base. And no, we really don't want to do crops anyway. We're not saying that we would rule it out. It would mean that we would have to do a lot more knowledge, or even potentially have to hire someone who's going to be able to come and show us how it all works until we can either choose to do it ourselves or potentially just simply employ someone that comes in and does it for us. Ideally, what we would like to do is something that's a little more towards being able to grow fruit, vegetables, have livestock. But again, we don't want like a huge cattle farm or a dairy farm sort of stuff. Would we like to have some cows so that we can have fresh milk? Yes, absolutely, because then from that fresh milk, we've got fresh cream, we can make our ice cream, we can make our yogurt, we can make our butter, etc., which is what we're actually really hoping to be able to do with the property. A bit like, I think one of the people that we've just started following they call it a farm stay. I love the term, which means it's not a huge farm for massive amounts of produce, but it means that you can use the produce that you're producing on your land, which is what we really do want to be able to do. So Ideally, what I'd really like to be able to do, and for all those who know me, it's a little sad, but I absolutely love high teas and degustations. Like, if I could have that every day, I would be enormous, but I would just, taste buds would say happy, thank you, all the rest of it. So we'd like to be able to have it. So if people do come to the chateau, not only can they enjoy the luxury of a time past, but beautiful architecture, a moment of kind of living like royalty, but also to be able to use the produce that we have from the land and use that in the kitchens in the chateau for the people that choose to eat and stay there. That's the goal. That's the long-term goal. So yeah, but again, it depends on the temperate, depends on the soil types, etc. And so it will determine which part of France is more likely to be more suitable to us. In saying that, though, it comes back to, we will know which property is the best one when we walk in and we have a look and go, yep, this is the one. So I have bought a huge map off Amazon. It should be arriving any day. I'm a bit excited because I've cleared the formal dining room. It's going on there. One of the things that we do want to do when we go to France is that we would like to be able to go and stay in some of the chateaus of other people who have made this same journey that we're planning. Talk to them, see what they've done, share the moment with them. Who knows, they may be able to assist us and go, yay, this is the best thing we ever did. Or, have you thought about this and this and this? And it's like, so that's what we're hoping to do. We will tell you more about the journey as we go. So I'll start doing more regular videos so we can say, hey, this is where we're going, this is where we're staying, this is why we're staying here, etc. Yeah, so that's pretty much what's going to be happening in 2025. We do have a estimated time to be able to go to France. So my strength, I believe, is I'm really, really good at organizing. I can I can organize anything. I organize organizing. So that's my strength. And I'm also someone who I'm always thinking, I'm always like processing. I'm like, oh, how can we make this work? How can we make this work better? I'm not a huge fan of scrapping an idea. It may be shelved, but all ideas, I think, you can make it work. Steve's strength is being able to interpret my ideas, because sometimes they can be pretty out there. He can interpret my ideas, put it onto paper, draw it up, and I'll go, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I was talking about. That's exactly what I want. And he'll go, okay. And then we will go out and we can make it work and we make it happen. When it comes to organizing maps, done that. Organizing where we're going to travel through France, that is definitely something that I will probably put in place, and then he will go and give me his viewpoint of like, oh, well, we should do this and maybe it's better to do it that way, and then we can readjust it. But to actually make it happen and get those tickets booked and get the flights done, etc., technically, normally Steve does all of that, but that's my job this time. So we do have a tentative. I'm going to make it out there and put it out there into the big wide world, so it makes it more likely to actually happen. I've put a tentative, meaning that I have penciled it into the diary rather than penned it into the diary, on the 17th of November. It's a Monday. We are hoping to fly out from Perth. Anyone who knows anything about Perth, Western Australia, it is literally the most isolated city in the world. So whenever we have to travel somewhere, it's not usually just a quick, oh, we'll just go on a plane and, go across there for an hour and a half. In an hour and a half, you're still in the same state here in Australia. So to fly to France, what I've tentatively looked at is like 30 hours. So it's a big journey. So it's a couple of days there and it's going to be a couple of days back. So we're hoping to come back on the 5th of December, which will give us 3 weeks. And now obviously we've got to try and figure out where the money's going to come from, how much it's going to cost. Oh my gosh, I had a look at prices of tickets. Wow. Okay. So just as a heads up, you got the economy. What we call as lay term is we call it cattle class, because everyone's like crammed in together. Then you've got premium economy. So you've got a little bit more space, a little bit more baggage that you can take with you, which is great. And the space is definitely important for us because we're not little people. Like, I'm 5'10". I'm long. I'm not wide, but I'm long. And Steve's 6'2", just under 6'3". Actually, I think he may be 6'3". So yeah, and so when you're trying to sit in economy, our legs don't fit. So we're going to have to go for a minimum of premium economy, because you can't take your legs off and store them in the overhead lockers so you can fit. You got to take these things into consideration when you're our height. And so just for laughs, I had a look at the cost of business class, and so we're going premium economy. So I've got an idea of how much we need to start putting away each week to be able to afford these tickets, because we cannot afford to go. Actually, no, I'm not sure I could justify the expense in saying that I've never flown business class before. I have friends who refuse to do anything but business class simply because of the space and the comfort of the flight, especially for 30 hours. So yeah, pros and cons, I suppose. But yeah, we will probably most likely be going through premium economy. So yes, so super excited with that. I will keep you up to date and we'll let you know how that all pans out. So for the moment, I'm going to sign off for today. I will show you the map when it arrives, what the plan is, and keep you up to date with all of that sort of stuff as we go. Yeah, if you have any questions, please ask away. If I can answer them, I will. If I don't know the answers, I will do my best to try and find out. Yeah, and I look forward to having to talk to you at the next video. And don't forget to like and subscribe and to click the little bell icon, because obviously that in itself is something that you can do to assist us with our journey through YouTube, etc. And obviously the more followers, we hit 59 followers. I was like, we got 59 people who want to join us on our journey. I would love to be able to share it with so many more people, because not everyone's going to have the privilege of having the opportunity to do something like this. So come and join the journey and live it through us if you'd like. yeah, so there you go. Happy Christmas, Merry New Year, all that sort of stuff. And yes, I know I got those the wrong way around. And I will talk to you in the next video. So bye for now. See ya.